Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host, Eben, and well, today, not only are we going to be giving a man a fishing pole, this golden torch, but we're also going to be showing him how to fish with it. And this is the official popping the cherry on the very first oil change experience. And this is the experience I shared and had this experience back 5 years ago with my Corvette. And we're going to be sharing it with someone new. Well, let's kick it off, Josh.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me today. We're going to actually change my own oil for the first time.
Yep.
It goes beyond checking it. Today is a full change.
All right, let's kick it off. So before we officially pop the old cherry, we're going to be doing an engine flush. Now this flush right here is a proprietary detergent, and it's going to clean and prepare the engine for this 100% synthetic oil we're going to be using. And this is loosens sticky valves, quiets lifters, and it's really going to help this engine run a lot smoother. Now this is officially Josh's very first oil change ever. How many years have you had this beautiful 2012 Elantra?
Almost 5.
Wow, so it's his first time. And you know, it's never too late to get in there and get out there and do some fishing and really take ownership of your car and really take care of it. So no matter how old you are, how young, absolutely plays no part in it. Once you get out there in the fields and do it, that's when you make the change. So today we're gonna be making the change. So let's do it, Josh. Go ahead and crack that top open. We got our flush going in right now, and he's going to pop the little seal on the top. It's like a little seal, you taco it, you push in, grab it, and pull sideways. Boom, he's got it. And now show him the color. Give it a tall pour so you can see the flush. Beautiful. So you see it's like a super thin detergent. And what that's going to do is you put the whole thing in, yep, good. And it's going to delaminate the actual carbon around the rings. So what a lot of people don't know is the actual oil that comes in these cars is like a synthetic blend. And AMSOIL Signature Series is 100% synthetic. So synthetic blends are usually about 1 to 25% synthetic. Some blends can be over 25%, but most aren't. And it's actually like having butter in your motor. Mineral oil is refined, and it's not built like synthetic oil, 100% synthetic. So when you have that mineral oil, it actually burns like burning butter on a stove. So that black crusty burnt butter is around the rings and around the motor. So we're going to start this car right now, and we're going to show what it sounds like, and then we're going to show what it sounds like after with the engine flush. And then we're going to go ahead and popping that cherry. All right, let's start her up on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so come on in, take a listen, and then we're going to show you what it sounds like after. So here's the before. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. Go ahead and tap that notification bell. You'll be able to see all kinds of important stuff for your vehicles later, taking care of it. It's like taking care of your body with McDonald's, or taking care of it with fish and healthy things organic. That's what we're doing here. We're taking good care of everything. So now we're putting in the PI Performance Improver. Go ahead and stick it in, Josh. And this is going to be cleaning the valves. It's going to be increasing the performance and power because there's going to be better compression. There won't be as much blow-by by those valves, and there won't be as much blow-by with the rings on the motor. So we're cleaning the motor from the top with the flush right this second, and we're cleaning it from the fuel system. You can cap it up, and we're going to let this little angel idle for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we're going to be popping the cherry. So this is a very common type of like mineral oil, and basically what it's like is, you know, it's like eating McDonald's and having an athlete on eating McDonald's. He's going to lose a lot of his performance, a lot of his athleticism, stuff like that. Same thing with your car. So this car has 60,000 miles on it, and it's had the OEM oil treatment that came with it from like the dealership. And basically they actually do that so your car doesn't run as good. Like you were saying, Josh, what was it doing before? What were some of the symptoms?
Some of the symptoms was it wouldn't idle correctly all the time. There was a lot of inconsistencies with idling, and also pickup. Sometimes on the freeway you need a little more giddy up, and I was looking for a solution for at times when it just doesn't run the way that I know it's capable of.
So that's like all that burnt kind of carbon buildup from the mineral oil. So now that we got that out, we're going to go ahead and pop that cherry. You're going to see the black stuff coming out, and then we're going to go put in the liquid gold and go drive her around and feel the difference. There we go. Perfect. Now it's all by finger. So now just slowly loosen it. We'll pull the bin over. Just pull the bin over like this. Perfect. Should be good. And just undo her. Should come out about a 1/2 inch, and then yeah, and then once you feel it let go, you'll just yank out and it'll just splooge out. And try to hold on to the bolt. Yep, there she goes. Perfect. Good job.
Sorry.
It's a little hot, right?
Yep.
A little hot. So there we go. So we see the dark chacos coming out. And just leave your hands here. I'll get you a towel. He's got some lubey hands, but he's got the protection.
It was a messy one.
Yep.
First time.
Yep.
You know, it's gonna get wet. It's gonna get messy.
Yep.
But it's hot and wet, so it's worth it.
Yeah. See, try getting it a little more. Oh, you got it. You got it. He's got it. Keep going. Trust your intuitions. Now he just punctured the side of it, so it's already leaking, which is good. And that just shows you how thin these little filters are. Take our new filter and open her up, Josh. And we're going to show what she looks like. So I'll let you pull her out of her package. Just pop the plastics. And the difference with these filters is they filter at 99% efficiency at 20 microns. And this little filter is good for 15,000 miles. Now, since this is our first change, we're actually going to be changing this filter probably at about 5,000, because all the junk that was in this engine has come out about 70%, but there's always 30% left behind, which is going to come out while it's circulating with the Signature Series motor oil. This oil is going to get the rest of it out, but it's going to end up in this filter. So let's show the inside of this and the inside of that. Go ahead and grab those, and we'll show these how this bypass, this anti-drainback valve is a hard rubber. This one is a lot softer, and it's a silicone that's in the AMSOIL. Also, the other difference is the way they put these, the construction of them, the way they flow. This one flows much better at cold start compared to this one. And the most important thing on your car is the actual cold start. About 80% of the wear is on your cold start. So when you use this oil, the Signature Series oil, it doesn't thicken like the other motor oils. And when you cold start it in the winter, this flows at -60 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. So we're going to prime our oil filter. So go ahead and pop that cap, and I'll let you pour it in. Just open her up. Put the liquid gold inside. And we got our oil filter right here. And go ahead and pour her in. And we'll go until she pretty much comes all the way to the top. And it'll slowly saturate the medium. Keep going. Keep going. A little more. Perfect. And now take 2 finger. Go ahead and get it nice and wet. Let's see. I got that. Yep. Get her nice and wet. Hit the rubbers. Hit that. The threads. And it's always good to have your rubbers on. You don't get cut. And you got the protection. Keep the lube off your skin. And we're good to go. So now it's time to go ahead and thread her on. And then it's time to fill her all the way up with the liquid gold. 30 pounds. Good pull. Easy. Good to go. That's it. Done. All right, just tightening her up. We're going to tighten her up to about 12 pounds. Keep going. Keep going. A little more. And that's good. That's it. We're good to go. Done. All right, it's that time to fill her up. Josh has got the honors. He's got the liquid gold in his hands. And we'll show what it looks like. And then we'll be doing a crazy tall pour here in a sec. But look at that. Look at that skill. He's a natural.
Look as tall as I can go.
Look at that. He's a natural. Every last drop of goodness. And if you love your car, this is what you do. It's like giving birth to a horse or something. I don't know if you ever known about Wayne Newton. He's famous here in Las Vegas. And Wayne Newton actually gave birth to over 1,000 beautiful Arabian horses on property there at Shenandoah. And today, this is the same thing. We've given someone a fishing pole, Josh here, and now he knows how to fish. He can take care of his car. So I'm coming next. This is our third quart. We got about 4.2 quarts going in. The moment of truth has arisen. We put in the engine flush, let it idle for 15 minutes. The PI cleaner, that cleaned the top end. Josh, you ready to motor her up? Let's do it. Let's see what she sounds like. Come on over, take a listen.
It sounds so much different.
Does it?
Yeah, for sure. It was lanky before, remember?
Yeah. So this right here is a man's fishing pole, and we're teaching him how to fish. So Josh, let's check our oil level. He knows how to clean her up, get her all nice and clean. Got it wiped up. Push all the way down, all the way in, perfect. And now twist out, yes. And let's take a look. Hold her straight down like this. Twist her around, and we are good. Go back the other way. As the oil drains down, it's going to come up a little higher towards the F, the full mark. So that's how you know we're full. Time to go drive around the block and see how she feels. All right, so the badge of honor is on. Josh has his sticker, and that's where you can put it if you don't want it to block your vision on your window. You can just stick your little oil change sticker on your door jamb. Easy, doesn't melt or nothing in the heat, especially out here when it's 120 degrees out. And we also got the synthetic oil protection coffee. So if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe, tap the notification bell. And a lot of people, they always ask, Eben, where the heck do you meet all these people? Where the heck did we meet, Josh?
Desert Wind Coffee, Buffalo and Sahara. If you've never been, you're absolutely missing out.
Yep, it's the best place around, and you know, we get together, talk cars all the time, and I've met a bunch of other people on the channel. Richard with the Honda Valkyrie Rune. We'll stick that video up in the corner. You can check out Richard's motorcycle. And coffee really brings people together, and that's why I came out with my own brand. And it's a special thanks to Caf du Parizo. You'll see that in the description section below. And well, let's go rip around the block. So we're ripping around the block, and we'll get some driving impressions. See how she feels.
It's definitely going through gears much smoother. And when we were just idling, it definitely idled a lot cleaner than it was before. It was jerky before.
Awesome. So yeah, so we had the fuel additive in for what? That was like only 15 minutes. It had time to work. And now we got the upper cylinder in, so it'll be a little smoother up top, and we'll see how she feels.
Economy on it picked up better than it had been before.
Wow.
For sure. 2012, no way. This is a 2020 Hyundai Elantra with 65,000 miles on
it. So here's another cold day in Vegas. It's really cool today, only 95 degrees out. And usually, God, in the summer here, it's like 105. So yeah. So it's so cool, and yeah, the heat.
We're getting ready for winter.
Yeah, getting ready for winter, yep. So how is the whole experience, Josh, from getting the fishing pole, using the fishing pole?
Well, you know, I mean, it's not every day one's going to climb under a vehicle and, you know, hope to God it doesn't, you know, come down and, you know, squash you. However, we did put safety measures into place, which made me feel a lot better. So, you know, sliding underneath the car with what that was called a
jack stand.
Jack stand.
And you can also curb style a car, which is another way of doing an oil change as well. So if you never had a jack, you can actually look on which side your oil pan is, and wherever the oil pan drain bolt aims towards, you jack it up on you actually drive it up on the curb on the other side, and that way the oil flows out faster, you get more oil out. And we can make it right here. And so how's the pickup, how's it shifting? Maybe come to a stop and give it some gas. Let's just see, come to a stop here. And let's see how she feels. Let's see.
It's definitely performing better, no doubt about that. It's just cleaner, and I can really tell the difference when it's idling. It's not idling as jerky as it was before. And even going through gears, even with the economy, with this function on, which prevents gas from going into the actual engine, so you burn less, it still feels like the pickup's better.
It's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Josh. Yeah, we'll go back, we'll do some little touch-up stuff, make sure your car's perfect, and means the world to you being a big part of the channel. Thank you,
thank you.
Thank you.
You know what? Went fishing for the first time today. Otherwise known as changing your own oil, but you know, there's something to learn every day. So you got to push yourself. You'll never get better.
Exactly. I love that, and that's the good spirits of getting healthy. And Josh does a lot of good healthy, all kinds of Pilates, yoga. I'm doing kinesthetics and working out, and it's the same thing with your car. You got to take care of it. So we'll see you back next time on synthetic oil protection. Oh, and check out this playlist in the middle on all kinds of good FAQs on AMSOIL. All right, we'll see ya. Cheers to protection, protection, protection.
Ciao.